The broadcast is live. Can you hear me?
Hey, everybody. Welcome in.
Oh, man. I still can't hear you.
Can you still not hear me? Can
Hey,
everybody
Jody, can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? We're trying to work this out. We are.
Can anybody hear me in chat?
Oh, they hear us both. Okay. Well,
Perfect.
I can't hear her. I don't know why. Wait, let me try something else. Oh, they hear us. Okay, I can hear you. I can hear.
I
can't hear her. I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Let me try something else. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay,
We're getting some
I can hear.
Oh no.
Background noise. I can hear you now.
Scott's phone.
Can you hear me now? Yeah. I can hear. Oh no.
Whoa.
Wait.
Sorry, guys.
Wait. Okay. How about now?
A lot of background noise.
How about now?
We need to turn down devices.
How about now?
No. Turn down the devices.
Okay, you got to turn your phone down, Scott. Yes, it does.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Can you hear it? Can you hear it now?
No, that's much better.
Okay, why can we not hear it then? I'm going to go out and come back in. I'm sorry.
Okay. Sorry, everybody. We've been having a hard time with audio. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of say hey to some people. Hey, 712. Hey, Jody. Hey, Avid, Don R. Gray's Family Fishing. Let's see. My phone is freezing up, guys. I'm having a rough night. Everything is frozen. I don't know what is happening. Everything that could go wrong is going wrong tonight. So I apologize. Let's see. Yeah, my phone is completely froze up. Well, I can't even see the chat at this point. Give me just a minute, guys. We may have to end and start a new stream. I'm sorry. I hate to do that, but I don't know what else to do because we are completely frozen. I don't look like I'm frozen on the TV. So maybe you guys, let me turn this way. Now it's good. Okay. Let me see if I can see the chat on my TV. Sorry. Scooter, hush. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, guys. I don't know. I just got my television hooked back up and I'm just now, I don't know that I can see chat. Okay. Thanks, Jody. Jody's going to say hey to everybody for me. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't guess I can see chat on the TV. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to have to, let's see here. Yeah, I mean, I can't bring my guest up or anything. I'm going to have to go out, and I think that's going to end the stream. I'm so sorry. I tried to get all this taken care of, but I was having a rough time, and I've been working on this for 3 hours, and it is not working. Let me try to Let me see. Okay. Wow. What is beeping? I'm sorry. Good gosh. Okay, at least I got chat back. I'm so sorry. I tried to jump on the computer to try to be able to see, and I know it's a mess. I'm so sorry, guys. Let me see. I know that I saw James and Isabella Kirkpatrick back there. Hey, Joy, are you there? Okay. Can you guys hear me good?
Hello?
Can you hear me, Joy?
I can't hear it because my volume's off.
Okay. Can you hear me? There's two of me. Why? Okay. Now there's only one. I still can't hear you, Brenda.
Can you still not hear me?
You got the
Can you
computer
still
on
not hear me?
still?
Oh, now I can hear you.
Perfect. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Can you still not hear me?
Oh, now I can hear you.
Okay,
Perfect.
good. All right. Okay. So we do have a
now I
little
can hear
delay. Okay, good. All right. Okay.
No, take this. Here. Another separate deal. So take this. Yours needs to be off.
I'm such a rookie, guys. Sorry. Can you guys hear me good? Okay, Chad, I can see you guys. I can see chat now. Hey, Lynn. Thanks, Jody, for all your help. Hey, George. Hey, Avid. Can you guys hear me okay? Is everything okay on my end? Hey, Squirrel. Welcome in. I'm sorry, guys, for all the rookie mistakes, but I am a rookie. So I'm trying my best. Hey, Tanya. That's my girl. Okay, perfect.
There we go. Did I get it?
Okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Joy?
No, I can't turn my volume up.
No, he can't. Hey,
That turns
Joey.
the volume on.
Okay, turn yours up. Turn yours up.
Hey, Joey.
Okay, turn yours up. Turn yours up.
Give me just a minute, guys. Hey, Joey.
Okay, turn yours up. Turn yours up.
Give me just a minute, guys. Hey,
Joey. Okay, turn yours up. Turn yours up.
give me just a minute, guys. Hey,
Joey. Okay, turn yours up. Turn yours up.
give me just a minute.
Sure. You got your volume off on this, right? On this. The computer's off, right? You got your volume off on this, right? On this. The computer's off, right? You got your money, motherfucker, right? On this. Computers off, right? You got your money, motherfucker, right? On this. Computers off.
No.
Okay,
No.
can you hear? Okay, guys, I'm sorry about that. We're having a rough time getting the audio going. We do have Lizabella and James Kirkpatrick in the background. Hey, Curtis. They're waiting to come on patiently with us as you guys are being very patient with me. I do appreciate it. It's been a rough start, but that's okay. We're going to get it together here one way or the other. Let's see here. Let me see if I can bring Joy back in.
Really? She knows
Can
I
you hear
smoke.
me now?
I smoke on my show. I smoke on Mike's. I smoke on yours, What the hell?
Okay.
You
Well,
get out of it.
I did. I just got out of it.
Come out of it.
sorry, guys.
Your anxiety.
Okay. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Avid. Hey, Mike. Am I muted? Can you hear me? I tried. All right. Are you there, Joy? Hello? Okay, perfect. Okay, so Joy has decided that she's not going to come up. So I guess we will just kind of jump in. The show is kind of took a left turn, and that's okay. Give me just a minute. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and bring James and Lizabella Kirkpatrick on, and we're just going to go ahead and get them on. Hey, guys.
Hey everyone. Hey Miss Brenda.
How you doing, Miss Brenda?
Hey, sorry I'm running a little late. Can you guys hear me good?
Yes.
We can, yes.
Yes, perfect.
Perfect. Okay. Well, thank you guys for being so patient with me. We've had audio issues and everything going on, so.
Not a problem.
Hey,
we've been there.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Okay, let's turn it. Let's see if I can see this. Okay, is that better, Avid?
It's better for you. There's a setting in there that you want to press, like one of the the layouts, and one of those layouts is going to make that we can see everyone a little bit better because I know we're kind of all squinched in. Do you see the layout section below the frame there?
Let's see. And so, what do I need to change it to?
I forget which one it is. If you keep playing around with the, because I don't have a memory. There we go.
There we go.
Is that better?
Yes. That way everyone can see everyone.
Okay, perfect. Okay, they said Avid said she could barely hear you guys, so.
Let's see. It looks like they're having trouble hearing us. So. I don't know if that will help or not.
Can you guys hear me now? I'm not sure what's going on.
Me neither. I mean, we can always back out and come back in. It's not a problem. It might fix it.
It may just be my phone. I don't know what's going on. I have had the worst time trying to get this going. It has been so stressful. I've been trying so hard.
It happened. We been
Yeah.
our first live was the same way.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my goodness. Okay, can you guys hear Lizabella and James now?
Abbott says better now. It's fixed. Okay.
All right.
Let's don't touch anything. Don't breathe. So, hey, everybody. Okay, perfect. Finally. Okay. Thanks, guys, for being so patient with me. I know this has been a hot mess. It'll get better, I promise. Things have kind of just been messed up, but that's okay. So I just kind of wanted to introduce. Joey was going to be up here, but she's jumped down in the chat, so that's okay. She We are definitely trying to bring any new anglers, men or women, especially women, more women into the sport. And we're also really trying to get as many kids in the sport as possible. We want to introduce these kids to fishing. It doesn't matter what kind of fishing, just fishing. Because if they start out young, then they have a basis to grow from. And I really want to encourage that. And I want to bring on kids. I did some interviews at CatCon with some kids and some of our women anglers, and I was going to put together a little snippet for that. But okay, John, none of us can fish worth a lick. Okay, and and I was going to try to get that together, and it has just been a mess today. But it will be together, and we will present that next week. So.
Awesome.
We've got some cool things coming up. We invited the Anglaholics on tonight because they take their nephew fishing, and we want to learn about that, and we want to learn about what he likes and what got him started fishing, and and all of that. So, are you guys doing good tonight?
Oh, we're fabulous.
Fantastic.
That's great. Well, I know you guys are brother and sister. So did you guys both grow up fishing?
Yes, we did.
Yes.
It was big in our family.
It was like every couple of days we were out there fishing.
Nice. So what did you used to catch? What was your favorite thing to catch when you first started?
Bluegill. That was all we were allowed to catch.
Absolutely. But, you learn how, you learned the ins and outs and all of that.
Right.
So, so what made you start taking your nephew fishing?
Well, he got into it from his grandfather, was taking him out on the boat fishing. And so he's seen that we were doing this. He's a huge fan of our channel. And he was like, I really want you guys to take us out. So we went out fishing with him. And he does catfishing. He goes for, the panfish. I mean, he'll fish for anything. It does not matter.
Yeah, he's happy as long as he's fishing.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And so then you just guys kind of started taking him so do you guys bank fish with him?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yep.
Nice. And so he's been both fishing and bank fishing. Which one does he like better, as he said?
He hasn't said, but I think what I got from him, as long as if he's fishing, it does not matter to
He
him.
doesn't seem like he cares. As long as he's out there with a rod in the sand, he's happy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, what was the first fish that he caught? Did he start out with bluegills, and is he still catching bluegills? How old is he?
He is 11. 11. That's my other nephew, 10. He's 11. I believe his first was a catfish, if I'm not mistaken, that he told me. But he's caught perch,
croaker, spot.
Yeah,
Yeah. With us, he's pretty much caught everything, like spot, croaker.
So, yeah, but as far as I know, because we weren't there when he first started, what I got from him is that it was catfish that he first caught.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. That's amazing, because I know I started with bluegill and then, learned a little bit of crappie fishing and a little bit of bass fishing, and then went from there and just started really catfishing in the last couple of years. So that's amazing that he's already caught his catfish. What's his biggest catfish he's ever caught?
I think it's 10 or 15 pounds.
Yeah.
He's caught very impressive.
Yes. He's impressive. And now he's got a bunch of lures he wants to get into artificial. So he's all set up. He's waiting for the weather to break, and he's going to get out there.
Yeah, we're going to be learning it together, all of us.
That's amazing, though. So does he, whenever he goes fishing with you guys, do you guys just fish for catfish, or does he fish for whatever he wants to?
Whatever he wants to.
Yeah. Depending where we are, too. I know he likes catfishing, but when we went to Chop Tank River last year, he was fishing for whatever he could catch.
Yeah.
Right. No doubt that's the way I used to be too. I just wanted to catch fish. It didn't matter to me.
Right.
Absolutely. So, what do you think the perfect age for a kid to start fishing is?
Wow.
I don't know. I mean, I would say 5 years. I mean, 4 or 5 because that's when we started.
Yeah.
But I think it's whenever the kid's ready and like able to actually pay attention.
Right.
To a point. I know it's hard to keep them their full attention the whole time, but
yeah. Speaking of attention, so what do you think the challenges of taking a kid fishing is? I mean, we definitely have to have more patience.
Oh, for sure.
More patience.
Mhm.
Got to have a safe area.
Yeah, that was
because there's certain areas we can't take them where we go because it's just not safe for kids. So that's one thing. It's important.
Yeah, paying attention also to make sure you know how kids love to explore. You would definitely want to make sure you're keeping an eye on him, or her. Make sure him or she is not wandering off or anything like that either.
Yeah, and take them somewhere where they're able to actually catch something.
Yeah.
That you might not catch the big ones, we might, but
Right.
the kid might have a good time catching the small panfish somewhere they can have some fun.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's the thing, when I was younger, my father would take me out on the boat and I would be out there all day. I would come back sunburned. I would come back sick. I would come back starving. And he didn't matter because he was fishing. And it never was about me. And so it was, not that it should have been all the time, but when you take kids fishing, you've kind of got to know that you're going to have to give them that extra TLC. And if you don't foster that, then a lot of times they'll turn away from fishing and not continue to fish throughout their life.
Absolutely.
Very
it's like any sport. If you're not giving the kid attention it needs, or you're pushing the kid too hard, they're not going to have a good time. They're not going to want to keep doing it.
Yep. Sure.
Right. And keeping it fun, I think, is the main thing. I mean, all of us here in the catfish community, we are serious about fishing. We want to go fish. I mean, we just do. That's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're taking a kid fishing, you kind of got to step back and realize that you got to make it about them. You gotta make it fun, and you gotta make it enjoyable, because kids will pick other things, video games, this and that, and they'll be in the house all the time. And then you lose your outdoors, and you lose that avenue to be able to filter it into camping or other outdoor activities.
Right.
Absolutely.
Exactly. You want to have them have that same kind of joy that you felt when you were younger.
Absolutely.
That's the whole point of it. You want them to feel that same joy.
Yeah. Once they have it, they'll be hooked.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So do you guys have any traditions when you guys go fishing? Do you go to a special restaurant after you guys go fishing? Because I know we used to go to Taco Bell, and we used to have little traditions and little things we did all the time.
Not really.
Not really. I mean, because usually when we go, we're out there all day. I mean, usually our nephew wants to stay out there longer than we do.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow, we got to get out of this heat. But not really. I mean, sometimes we'll keep the fish and cook it together and stuff like that, but no.
Yeah, and before going, we always stop at 7-Eleven in the morning, so that would be the only tradition.
Yeah.
I think
That was our food for the whole day until we got done fishing.
That's okay. Some kids want to go and they want to spend an hour and they're ready to come home. And some kids want to go and spend 10 hours and never come home. So, it just you got to base it on what kind of kids you got, what they're needing and what their needs are.
Right.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, so I'm assuming that being that he fishes so much, so does he cast his own line and bait his own hooks?
Yes, he does. Yeah. He does all of that himself.
Yeah, he does fantastic. He casts his line. I don't know. Does he know how to use a bait caster yet?
I don't think he's gotten that advanced. But he's I think he was just starting to learn how to do the spinning, the open face.
Yeah, the open face spinning, yeah.
But he hasn't graduated to the bait caster yet.
Yeah. Hey, I just started with bait casters and it's a hot mess. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get it figured out, but I've got some reels that are too big for me, and I ordered a different reel at CatCon, a smaller, lower profile. So hopefully I'll be able to handle that a little better. I think I just got my eyes got a little bigger than I thought it would be better to do it that way, but I'm thinking that I made a mistake. But that's okay. You know, you live and you learn.
Right. It's a learning curve. You got to figure it out what works best for you.
And that's right. So he casts his own line, and can he untangle his own knot, or his own issues? Does he get stuck in trees a lot, or?
No, he doesn't have too many problems with the trees. Figuring out the whole knot situation, he's not there yet, but he does pretty good, for being his age.
Yeah, for basic like mess ups, like if it's tangled a little bit, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
But if it gets into a big mess, no. Not yet.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, at 11 years old, I wouldn't expect that, but he sounds so advanced that, maybe he does. So does he net his own fish, or does he net your guys' fish? Want to?
Oh yes. No, he has no fears of the fish. He is right up there trying to hold it, look at it, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, he's hands on. He'll get right in there.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. And see, that's something too, because some kids want to touch a fish, and some kids do not at first.
Yeah.
And one thing I really wish that my dad had told me, or that let me know, was that they make fishing gloves. They make gloves that you can handle fish. And if I would have loved it a lot more. And I've always touched fish, but it was not my favorite thing to do when I was young. And so, now they've got, fishing gloves and different things. And so we need to make sure, if our kids are having a hard time, maybe try some gloves, or maybe try, one of the other things that's out there now that we didn't have, when I was a kid.
Oh, that's very true.
Yeah, that's definitely. True. I don't remember using that stuff as a kid either.
Yeah, me neither.
No, it was just the rod and the reel, and that's what it was. But now, they've made a lot more stuff for kids, and, they've got a lot of different little push button reels now, and they've got a lot of small spinning reels that kids can learn on. So, it's really expanded. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, which is funny, because the spinning reels they have for kids, I think, are more complicated than the open face spinning reels. We actually did a challenge using the kid rods a couple weeks ago.
We did.
I don't know how they do it.
It's tough, man. Those little push button, especially like the Paw Patrol and all of that. Those rods are tough. They really are. They're hard. They're made for kids, but at the same time, man, they're tough to do.
Yeah. Once they get tangled inside, or you lose line, it goes inside all the way.
Oh gosh.
we had a fun day with that.
We did.
I'm sure. Rereeling. I've never put line or untangled anything on one of the push buttons, so I would be totally lost on that.
I was too. I gave it to Liz.
I love it. I love that. So, how often does he go fishing with you guys?
It doesn't happen very often. It just depends on our schedule, unfortunately. If we're off on the weekends, then he definitely gets to go more. Mm-hmm. But, with his schooling and our work, it doesn't always line up too well.
Summertime's the best time when he gets to go with us.
Mm-hmm.
We're hoping this year to go on a lot more trips together. We actually were talking about going down to Potomac, because I don't think he's been to the Potomac yet.
Yeah.
And he wants to catch some big blue cats. So.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. So he's going to get that. So this year he's going to try to catch some big ones.
Yeah. His goal is to start catching some 20-pounders and up.
Nice. I love that. Well, good. I mean, it's amazing that he's gotten so much experience already and is doing so well. I mean, it sounds like he can really fish, which is amazing.
Oh yeah. To be honest, because not many kids take that kind of willingness to learn it and stay with it.
Yeah.
and just to keep going at it. But I mean, he absolutely loves it.
Yeah.
Loves it, and he'll be out there, like we said, for hours and hours and hours. So,
Which is funny because he even caught bait for us last year.
Yeah.
Like when he was out there with his grandfather and all, he would bring us perch so we
Yeah.
could use cut bait and stuff like that. So it was
Yeah.
like, oh, well, I caught some bait for you guys if you guys want to use some perch. Oh, okay.
Love it. I love that, man. So see that isn't that the goal? Wouldn't that be great if we could teach our kids to get out there and catch bait while we're fishing for catfish?
right?
That's brilliant right there, right? I mean, that's the way to do it.
That's the ultimate dream.
Absolutely.
It is.
Yeah, I was looking at. We were walking around CatCon, and I was looking at. I was, walking by the kids. They had a bouncy house and all kinds of things for the kids there, and I was like, yeah. And I was talking a little bit about the show, and I said, one of these days, one of those kids is going to be pulling in the new monster.
Yeah.
Just think of it that way. This next generation, they're the ones that are going to be mondo hunting next.
Right.
Definitely.
Exactly.
And that's what we want. I mean, really, that's what we want to say.
Yeah, keep bringing more kids up into it, and we'll have future YouTubers maybe.
And maybe outdoors people.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. All of that. Yes. All of that. So, so you guys just go out and keep him out just as long as you can possibly stand it then. Because he's ready to stay.
Yeah, he'll pretty much outdo us.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because,
Right.
I mean, especially out there in the summertime in the heat. We were up there the one day for 8 hours, and he's like, he wanted to stay. And we're like,
yeah, it's like, all right, it's pretty hot. We probably should go get hydrated.
And we have an hour and a half drive, but
I love it. I love it. It's either one way or the other, it seems, but that's okay. It's all in fun, and at least he loves it. And it's so great of you guys to take the time to take him fishing.
Oh, well, we wouldn't have it any other way.
yeah, that's what it's all about.
You gotta, be out there for the kids. So any opportunity we can take them out there and he can have fun. That's the whole point of it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I totally agree. I know I went outside today, and there's a little girl next door that lives next door, and it's her grandbaby. And she was talking, and I said, well, if it was pretty today, I said, if I didn't have Comcast coming today, I would be fishing. And that little girl said, I like to go fishing. I said, you do? Well, guess what? Why don't you let me take you fishing? And she's got a fishing rod, but she's never gotten to go yet. So hopefully we can set it up to where I can take her and her grandmother fishing.
Well, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I was really excited about that. So with your nephew being able to catch different species of fish, has he ever wanted to enter a kids tournament or anything?
I think it's crossed his mind. I know he was talking about some of the tournaments he had seen. So I don't think he's actually sat down which one he wants to do, but I do think it's coming.
Yeah, I do know he's actually thinking about doing one of the YouTube tournaments and doing it with us. So
nice. That's exciting.
Yeah, really exciting.
Yeah, I know. We've got a couple of people in the community that do a lot with kids. James Dockery, and I know El Gato Azul does things, and they do all kinds of different things with kids. And hopefully, we'll be talking to both of them before too awful long. But it's really great. I hope that this year we can definitely get a couple of kids tournaments going, or something for the kids. It doesn't, even if it's just a thing with a couple of little prizes or whatever for the younger ones, and then maybe something for the older ones. I'm not sure yet. We'll get it worked out, but I'm really hoping to see some of that this year through YouTube and our community.
Oh, I'm sure it will happen. I'm sure he'll probably be right there with it, trying to get in there.
Yeah, that's the awesome part, is that most of the people in our catfish community is always trying to support kids, and that's what I love about it.
Yeah,
they're very supportive for anything that you want to open up to, whether it be having more female anglers out there or kids entering. I mean, that's what I love about the community.
Absolutely. And I don't and also, I was thinking and it may be this way for men or women. Um if you have a spouse or a partner that fishes and you've never fished, but you might be thinking in the back of your mind, man, I might like to do that, but I don't want to look silly, or, I don't want to feel like I'm a bother, or whatever it may be.
Right.
And they just don't ask, or they don't go, and they don't feel comfortable enough to say, hey, I would like to learn this. And I'm hoping that, with this show, that they'll find a place that they can ask the questions, and that we can teach the lessons, and really, bring people along and teach them just the basics of getting out there and starting with bluegill, and then, building it from there. And we don't have to be in a hurry. We can, we can do it slow, but I definitely want to incorporate, hopefully this next week, like a 10-minute or so lesson, whether it be how to tie a hook, how to put your reel on your line. Start with the basics, and then just build from there. And then maybe it will encourage or allow some people that was maybe standoffish to go ahead and start fishing. And I'm really hoping for that. I really am. So I'm hoping to really get to get a lot of people going. And yes, I want all the women and all the kids in, but I also want the men that have not fished, that have never fished, or that have never gotten to go fish, or that are single dads.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the thing we were talking about the one day, was that there's a lot of guys that I know that never been fishing. It's not just a kids, it's not a female, it's just a person in general that might have never been fishing but wants to try, but scared to look embarrassed in front of people.
Right.
Because the person we're going camping with this weekend, my best friend, he's not really ever been in the outdoors, nothing like that. So it's going to be a good time teaching him and showing him the path of it.
Yeah. So we love what you're doing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I just, I just want to give somebody, because you never know, a wife or a husband or somebody may sneak off and say, oh, I'm going to watch this. It's 10 minutes. I can sneak away, and I'm going to figure out how to do this. And, and watch a few things that we have, and then say, hey, by the way, I want to go fishing, and go out and know a little bit before they go. Feel a little more confident.
Right. And I think that should be just the key. That could be the key that opens that Pandora's box for them to really enjoy themselves.
Absolutely. And I know, a lot of husbands want their wives to come fishing with them, but they don't. Either they're home with the kids, or this and that and the other. We'll bring the wife and the kids.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Right. Make it a family thing.
Yeah, it should. I mean, that's where, in my opinion, it should always be a family thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it was in our house. So
yeah. We grew up with it always being a family thing. Our mom, grandparents, it was just a big family thing.
Absolutely. Well, I know my whole family fished and hunted. And so, I grew up fishing, but I grew up fishing, but I didn't learn a lot because I never had anybody to take the time. I was always interrupting him, or it was always about him. And so I was like just the tag along. And so I didn't get to learn a lot. There was a lot I did learn just from being on the boat so much and watching and paying attention, but there was a lot that I didn't know. And I really wish that somebody would have taken the time with me and taught me, because I think that from all the years that I hadn't been fishing until I started fishing on my own again, there wouldn't have been that big of a gap there.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's kind of the same thing with us, is we were never taught anything besides bluegill fishing.
Right.
It was, I mean, even as teenagers, it was like, here's a size 6 hook and a night crawler, see what you can catch. Right.
Right.
So we actually got into catfishing as we got older, and we taught ourselves when it came to catfishing.
Right. And me too. And me too. Everything I learned about catfishing, I started watching Paula Smith. That took me to Muddy River. Muddy River brought me to the community. And, I had been watching videos and trying to learn all I could because I knew all my life I wanted to go catfishing, and he would never take me catfishing. He didn't like it. He didn't want any part of it. He didn't have any catfishing gear or just any excuse in the world. He just was not going to take me catfishing. And so, I thought a lot about it. And when I decided I was going to start going fishing again, I mean, I'm always fishing. I've always got, when I'm fishing by myself, I've always got my catfishing rods in, but I'm fishing for bluegill or crappie or wherever I'm at. If there's something, I'm casting for bass, or I stay busy. I mean, I like bass fishing. I like the constant just as much as I like to sit down and chill,
Right.
So I like it both. And I think, I think that letting a kid see all the different kinds of fishing is important because they may like the faster pace, but they may not. They may love the slower pace.
Right.
Right. Definitely. And I mean, that's like us. Like her and I love all fishing. Her husband likes saltwater fishing.
Right.
Our mom loved bass fishing. So that was the difference in our house. Our mom would love using artificial, and we're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You go at it. You go, girl.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I grew up only fishing artificial bait. I had never fished with live bait until I started catfishing.
Wow, that's awesome though.
Wow.
Ever. So, I mean, I grew up only with or not even necessarily plastics per se. He didn't fish a lot with plastics. He fished a lot with spinner baits and things like that. But no live bait. I'd never experienced live bait until I started catfishing.
That's
Wow.
all. That's actually awesome.
Right. I think that's great though.
Yeah,
but,
it's fantastic.
but you're branching out and doing what you want to do now, but you're still keeping to your roots at the same time. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta live and you gotta learn. I mean, I knew how to catch the bait for what I wanted to fish for. That's the one thing I did learn. So once I learned, once I perfected that and I found my spots. I mean, I've got one spot to where I can just go and I can get bluegill as much as I want to in the summer. I've got a good spot that I can go pull them. So, I'll pull enough fish out for the next day or whatever and keep them alive. I don't keep extras or anything. I'll release them if I'm not going to use them. I try to be real conscious and only harvest the fish that I need. That I'm going to use and not waste. And I think that's real important to teach kids too. We can definitely harvest fish. That's why we have limits. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with bringing your fish home as long as you use them. Let's don't catch them and leave them dead on the side of the bank and waste them. Let's use them and appreciate their life because they're giving their life to help and make our day fun. So we got to respect the circle of life there.
100% agree.
Yes,
It's just like if you don't go hunting, don't waste the meat. It's the same thing. Don't waste the meat. It's all about being responsible.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. And like I said, I don't have any problem with anybody keeping their fish. That's perfect. And we've caught plenty of, we've brought plenty of crappie and bluegill, and we always had fresh fish, at the house, and there is absolutely nothing. I encourage it. If we didn't have fishing limits and hunting, then things would be out of control. That's why. So, but I hate to walk up and just see fish that are just discarded for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've actually experienced where someone was bow fishing,
and
they were just leaving all the fish that they bow hunted on the side right there on the rocks.
Yeah.
Some nice sized carp, catfish just sitting there dead that they just killed it for no reason.
Right. And I mean, if you're going to use it for bait, great, keep it. I mean, but yeah, but everybody has different views and different thoughts. That's just my personal view
Right.
and my personal thoughts. But I don't want anybody to think that I don't think it's okay for, if a kid wants to keep a fish, keep that fish, but take it home and cook it for him, or take it home and show him how to fillet it, make it work something, use it for something good.
Right, exactly.
100% agree.
Yeah. So what do you think, if you were talking, to anybody, what is the number one tip that you would tell people if they were wanting to take their kids fishing and never had?
Mine would be have fun, because if you're having fun, the kid's going to have fun,
yeah.
or whoever, even if it's an adult you're taking. If you're having fun, the person with you or kid's going to have fun. That's the key. I don't like going fishing with people who have a bad attitude that make you not want to be there.
Right.
But same thing for a kid. If you're making them feel like it's not fun,
or they have to, be pressured to catch a certain, species,
or a certain size, or they're not a good angle. It's all about just having fun, and that's what it has to stick to. That's the first key, I think, to fishing, is just have fun and no pressure. Just go out there and have fun, and everything else will come.
That's exactly right. And sometimes we have to kind of step out of the way and just let them have fun. But that's okay. We learn during that process too. It's like, we all like those fish, I get it. But sometimes it's good just to sit back and let it be about the kids and let them have a ball and make it great.
Right, absolutely. Same as if you get a fish on, don't be afraid to give the rod to the kid and let him have fun with that fish. You gotta let him him or her have the experience to catching a fish too. So they might not be catching it. You might get something on your line, hand the line to the kid. That's the way I look at it.
Me too. And did you have anything to add, or is that about it, Lisabella?
Oh no, he nailed that right on. I was gonna say that and patience, but
patience
is the only other thing. But definitely have fun is the first and foremost.
Absolutely. And have you ever taken, like, your nephew? Has he ever been up in the rivers or anything? Has he ever caught like trout or any of the river fish, or is he just basically fish on the lake?
I know he's been on the river with his grandfather, and I believe
Susquehanna.
Yeah, I know Susquehanna. I believe he's caught other species like that in the rivers. I do not know every single one that he's caught, so I don't want to lie on that.
Yeah.
But I know he has been out there on Susquehanna River.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He's caught most of the panfish, and I know catfish. Has he caught a bass yet?
That I don't think he has, but I think that's what I know he's getting into. That's why you wanted all the lures for.
Yeah, I know Mystery Tackle Box has those bass boxes and blue, panfish boxes, and they're great. I know that's how I got a lot of my lures, and just kind of stocked up on some things when I first started fishing, and they're a great deal. And you don't know what you're getting, but it's they end up with nice lures. I want to call them plugs because I'm country, but they're lures.
Yeah, the mystery boxes have a nice kit. We actually got 2 of them. That's what we're going to start trying to practice with.
And I know that he got some of those boxes as well for Christmas, so he's super excited.
Yeah, I wish they had a catfish box, but they don't. We got to work on that.
Yeah,
that's funny because we are working on that.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Yeah, we're actually working on it right now.
That's something we have that in the works. We're trying to put that together.
We're getting ready to order the boxes for it and everything.
Oh, that's incredible! Well, great. That's something that I've been thinking about for a long time that somebody need to do. So I'm glad that you're doing it. That's fantastic.
Yeah, we were thinking that. We were like, how come there's no catfish ones? So we were like,
a few weeks ago, we were talking about that on our podcast, and we're like, why doesn't anybody have a catfish mystery box? So we were like, we're going to make one, and we're going to start giving it away as, like giveaways for people.
Yeah.
And that's what we were like, we're going to start doing that.
Yeah, I think that's great. because I'm really hoping to, as we get kids on the show, to interview and, kids with their parents, then I'm really hoping that the show can get to where we can send them a gift. I definitely want every kid that comes on, that comes on and spends their time and talks about fishing and their love. I want to send them something special from the show. So I think that's an amazing idea for you guys. I think that's great.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
So you guys are working on that. Have you got anything else you guys have been working on, or anything else you want to?
A little bit of everything.
Everything, yeah.
A book, a podcast, videos. Yeah, we're all around right now.
See, that's amazing.
We've been up since 4 a.m. actually just working on YouTube, podcast, and our book.
That's amazing. So where are you guys at on your book? Do you still have a lot, or you just starting it?
Oh no, we're almost done. We're
We're
actually
almost
hoping to have it published and all by the end of the month, end of March.
That's incredible. What's it going to be called? What's the name?
Anglerholic Addiction.
Anglerholic Addiction. All right,
Right.
everybody in chat, you guys got to watch out for that. We have definitely got to read and learn, and that's going to be amazing. Is that covering you guys now, or what is it? What's going to be in the book?
It's basically how we started out as a kid and learning survival to how we become addicted to it now. That it's what we do outside of work. It's like our life. And it's also about at one point in our life we had to use a lot of the skills we learned to survive because we didn't have anything. So we were fishing and camping to survive at one point. And that's what the book starts out from there to how we're so addicted to it and how we got there.
That's amazing. I can't wait to read it. That's going to be great. So are you guys going to publish it online, or how are you guys doing it? Are you doing a paper print, or how are you going about it?
Amazon. So we want, hopefully the way we want to do is have we can purchase it and just read it off Amazon, have we can purchase the book itself.
Yeah, we're trying to do both, hopefully. So like an ebook and then like a actual printed copy.
Right.
That's amazing. Well, congratulations. That's exciting.
Thank you so much.
No, that's thrilling, actually. I cannot wait to read that. That's amazing.
Yeah, we wanted to do like a whole line of books just like that, and then do some on the basics of fishing and how we learned, like tips on how we learned. So that's like, we want to do a couple books.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, that's awesome. We will definitely, I can't wait for that. That's great. And so you got a podcast. When is the podcast supposed to start?
Oh,
we're already into episode 11.
Yeah, we're like 11 or 12 weeks in now.
Okay. I was thinking it was something new that you were doing. I didn't realize. Okay. I thought it was a new one that you were getting ready to start. Sorry about that.
No, we already got 3 total.
Yeah, we're already on 3 different podcasts we do every week. So
that's a lot. Yeah, you guys have got a lot going on, but you guys put out some really great content. So it's really great to see anything from you guys.
Oh,
we appreciate that. That means a lot.
It does means a lot.
It gives me chills.
I know. I did get chills.
It's hard work. It's hard work, and I know I'm new and just starting, and trying to get a show together and trying to fish and get my lives going, and it's a big learning curve for someone who hasn't ever done anything like that. So it's I really appreciate everybody being so patient with me when I came in, and the trouble that we were having. It was very stressful, but you guys have just made it great. So I really appreciate you guys so much.
Well, you're doing fantastic.
Yeah, as I say, don't you worry about it. Everyone that's probably in this chat that's done a live knows exactly what you went through today, because we still go through it. It's still days.
We've had many days where it's like, oops. But we're so glad to like have you in the community and get to talk to you. I mean, you're awesome.
You're a ray of sunshine.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. I feel the same way about you. I loved being on your show. I love your show's concept. I love I love it. It is so funny. It's always funny. It's always good. Everybody has a great time. And I've never heard anybody say that they did not absolutely love that show. Everybody loves it.
That's what it's about, just having fun with our friends. We want to make it feel like you're sitting there playing a game board around the table with your friends. And that was the concept when we started. It's got to be fun, where everyone's sitting there feeling like they're just sitting with their friends, having a good time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's exactly the way that it comes across. And it's hilarious, and you laugh and you get on it and you're nervous and everything, but you guys are so laid back. You make it easy for everybody. It's just a great show.
And that's what it's about. It's about the friendships in the community. That's what that's about. It's
right. It's nothing. Not supposed to be stressful. It's not supposed to be, that you're stressed out and not having a good time. It's all about having just a fun, nice time, relaxing and chilling with all your friends.
Okay, I see. Okay. Mr. Tom wants to know, who are the next contestants on the game show?
So we did have to reschedule the game show from last week or the week before. We had a power outage.
Yeah.
So it is happening this Saturday, and it's going to be the Weekend Angler and his wife versus Creole Catfishing and his wife.
Very cool. I met the Weekend Angler and his wife up at CatCon. And awesome. I'm excited about that. That's great. I hated Creole couldn't go to CatCon. And I hated you guys couldn't go.
Oh, trust me. We were sitting there at home going, everyone's there but us.
Oh, yeah. We were like, but you know what? There's always next time. Right. And we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. And there's also Catapalooza up in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee in June. It was all catfish last year, but this year they're doing other species, bass and walleye. They're having other vendors there as well. And so that's going to be, here in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, about 45 minutes from me up in the mountains. And that's going to be a blast. So that's coming up.
Ooh.
Add it to your list.
We're going to add it to the list. Yep.
Yep. Because I know anybody, I can definitely help anybody who needs to know where to stay. I'm very familiar with that whole area. I grew up there. So, anybody that needs any help with hotels or anything, just reach out to me. I'll be happy to let you know where to go or, where's good to eat or whatever.
That's the key right there. You just sold us. Where's the food?
And we've got a big grill at my house. We can buy groceries and come back to my house and have a big cookout and do it like that. Because I know at CatCon, it was hard. A lot of people were at the main hotel across from the convention center. And then there were a lot of us that, by the time we booked rooms, that hotel was already full with the reservations, and other rooms came open at the end, but we had already made other reservations. And so we were broke up. We were all staying somewhere different. And there was a lot of them that were together, but there was a lot of us that were not. Aww. And so, it was great. And I wouldn't change a thing. I wish that we could have all outside of CatCon went and hung out somewhere, but there were so many of us that there was a bunch of us in the restaurant one night. And there was a lot of us, but not even half of us. And all of us being there, we would have taken over the restaurant. There would have been no other seats.
I believe it.
Absolutely. And Fishin' the Dream, George says that there's a CatCon in September too. I don't know where that's at or anything, but
I think it's Kansas City.
Yeah, I believe this is Kansas City.
Yeah, that'll be cool. That'll be really cool for the people that could, that's not Southern that couldn't make it over.
Right.
Yeah.
Now we want to go to Tennessee though. I think we got to do it.
Yeah,
I think you want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, got to go there and then got to go to Memphis. So.
Yeah, two birds, one stone.
Hey, there you go. Well, you can start in Knoxville and go out to Memphis from there. And I used to live in Memphis, so I can help you there too. I know I know Memphis as well.
Have one destination. That's Elvis's Graceland. That's it.
I've been there, know where it's at. Like I said, in Bill Street, all of that. I spent quite a bit of time. I worked down there for a while, and it was really cool. So it was great. And Curtis, yeah, Chad and Dee was awesome. Tom was awesome. I mean, I could go through the list to everybody. Everybody was great. We had such a good time. So if anybody can, get to one of these catfish, whatever, and get together, you are not going to regret it because it was a blast.
Yeah, we know. We gotta go.
We gotta make it happen. We gotta make it happen. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on the show tonight. I know it kind of started off rough, and again, thanks everybody for sticking with me and being patient with me. And next week we're definitely going to be incorporating some of those videos from CatCon, from the kids and the women. I got an interview with Fishin' Chick I'm really excited about, and we're going to be posting that and talking more about that. And it was a great burrito Saturday night, Tom. We went to this little me, Tom, and One Ton, and Chris and Telly. We went to this little Mexican restaurant. It was right across the street from my hotel. And you went in, and there was like 4 tables. It was a little bitty place. And they had the best food. It was great. It was so good. And Chris and Telly was saying that a lot of restaurants in Louisville are like that they had experienced, because they were small restaurants, hometown, restaurants. And so it's always good to find those little gems when you go in a big city like that.
Oh, for sure.
Definitely.
No doubt. Yep, absolutely. So do you guys have any other pieces of advice for anybody that's thinking about or has a kid that they may take fishing? Do you guys have any last, suggestions or anything for them?
Yeah. Fishing does not cost that much to start out. You don't have to go out there and buy the expensive stuff to start out and have fun. Yep. It's one of the cheapest sports you can join and have a good time. And I would say the outdoors is good for keeping people out of trouble and helping with the anxiety, because it's done a lot for us.
Yes. And also, if you're taking a kid out there, maybe ask them what kind of fishing they would like to do and go out there and take them and let them do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yep.
Love that. Yeah, absolutely. And I totally agree with that, and it calms anxiety and it gets them interested in other things. Mm-hmm. I think that's a fantastic point. Well, does anybody in chat have any questions for Lizabella or James before we end the show? I appreciate everybody. Hey, Snake River. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Annette. I really didn't get to say hey to everybody. Jody did it for me. She's my girl. Thank goodness she's got my back. She was helping me there in chat while we were having audio issues. So, man, I appreciate her. Thank you, Jody.
Yeah, Jody is awesome.
Yes, she is.
She is. We had a great time. All right. One last call. Does anybody have any other questions for anybody?
Going once, going twice.
Yeah, and everybody will get wrenches. Once the stream ends and I can go back and make mods, then I can do that. I couldn't do it. I had a few from my live stream before, but I can only make mods to the people that were in my chat. And so there's other people in here now that I'll definitely have mods and get all that straight before next week. We'll be ready next week, I promise. Well, thanks everybody for coming to Fishin' For All. We're gonna just expand this and try to get as many women, kids, men, everybody out fishing that we can. If you ever have any questions, reach out to me. My email is catfishingwithcause@gmail.com. I'll be more than happy to help you in any possible way that I can, or hook you up with somebody that can help you. And Quiet Man Curtis jumped up with a question, so we're going to answer that one real quick. Let's see. Went up there. There we go. There we go. They wanted Curtis wanted to know if you could fish with anybody in the world, who would it be and why?
Whew.
Well, I'm going to go outside the community just because it would be an awesome learning experience. And I'm going to say it's a tie between Lojo or Fishing with Norm.
I'm going to have to agree, but I'm going to have to say first Bill Dance. That's Bill Dance. I grew up watching him. Yeah.
I watch Norm and Lojo. I watch them regularly. I like them both, and I'm crazy about AO. I love him.
Yeah.
So I follow a lot of YouTubers that are not cat fishermen. That fish for other species. So I like to fish all of that. I can see you, Jody. Tom wanted to know any new waters on the radar this year.
Oh yeah, we have a list.
Oh yeah, and some of them, most of them, are going to be out of state.
Yeah, that's what we're going to say. They're going to be out of states, and you may know about them, and you'll find out soon.
I could say Santa. What is it? Santee River.
Santee
Cooper? Lake. Yeah,
might be one of them.
Fun. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. I can't wait to see the book and read it. I just can't wait. I think it's just going to be amazing. And I just hope you guys keep doing everything that you do because it's fantastic.
Well, thank you so much.
And,
it's been an honor to be on your show.
It was an honor and a great time.
Yes. Thank you so much, Miss Brenda.
Yeah. You were the first person. You were the only person that I could think of that I wanted for our first guest. So thank you so much for agreeing to be on.
Thank you. Anytime.
All right, everybody. So we're going to go ahead and end the show tonight. Thank you again for coming by. We really appreciate you. And we will see you next week. Thanks again, everybody.
Bye.